Hi warriors, welcome back. You've met someone like this before, a person who never asks for respect, yet people treat them with it automatically. Someone who never tries to get attention, but the moment they walk into a room, eyes naturally follow them. They don't brag, they don't beg, they don't chase validation, and somehow everyone still assumes they're valuable. So what do they have that most people don't? It's not wealth. I've seen people with nothing in their pockets carry this same energy. It's not appearance. I've watched completely average-looking individuals captivate entire groups without saying a word. It's not even intelligence. Some of the smartest people I know get overlooked every single day. What these people possess is something you can't see, but everyone around them feels. And once you recognize it, you'll start noticing the difference between those with real influence and those just pretending to have it. Here's what shocked me. This force isn't new. It's not modern psychology. It's not a social media trick. It's been hiding in plain sight for more than 5 centuries. Machiavelli wrote about it. History's most influential leaders used it. And yet, almost everyone alive today goes through life without ever realizing it exists. Today, I'm going to expose this hidden trait, and more importantly, I'll walk you through how to build it, starting right now. But before we go deeper, a warning. Once you understand this, you won't be able to unsee it. You'll begin to recognize who truly holds power and who only looks powerful on the surface. You'll finally understand why certain people effortlessly get what they want, while others struggle endlessly. Drop this in the comments. I choose to become the hidden force that shapes reality. Now, let's uncover Machiavelli's most dangerous secret. Number 1. The invisible power. Since childhood, society has been feeding you a lie that power belongs to those who are loud, forceful, aggressive, or constantly asserting themselves. But that's not real power. That's desperate power. That's what people do when they're trying to cover up insecurity. Real power moves in silence. Real power operates in the background. Real power influences people without them even realizing it's happening. Think of the most powerful person you personally know, not a celebrity, not a public figure, someone you've actually interacted with. Do they shout to be heard? Do they constantly talk about themselves? Do they try to dominate every space they enter? Of course not. They possess something else, something that naturally pulls people toward them, something that creates respect without ever demanding it. I call this invisible dominance, and it is the most unfair advantage a human can have. While others fight for attention, you'll command it. While others try to prove themselves, you'll be taken seriously without effort. While others shout to be heard, people will lean in when you speak. And the wild part? Nobody will even know what you're doing. Meanwhile, the average person reveals everything: their emotions, intentions, weaknesses, fears, all without realizing they're giving away the very power they wish they had. Invisible dominance reverses that dynamic. It keeps people guessing. It creates a mystery they can't ignore. It gives you control without appearing controlling. Machiavelli once wrote, "Everyone sees what you seem to be, but few know who you really are." That's the essence of invisible dominance. You shape what people perceive, while keeping your true strength in the shadows. Most people think influence comes from being the loudest in the room, but real influence comes from being the force nobody expected until it's too late. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Mystery is my strength. My silence is my weapon. Number 2. Why predictable people always lose. Let me shatter a belief that's quietly destroying your influence. Most people think being completely transparent makes them trustworthy. It doesn't. It makes you predictable. And when people can read your every emotion, anticipate your reactions, and know exactly how you'll respond, they control you. You become their puppet. Think about it. If everyone around you knows your thoughts and feelings at all times, who's really in charge? Spoiler, it's not you. Look at anyone who consistently gets what they want. Do they overshare their plans? Do they reveal every emotion as it happens? Do they explain every move to anyone who asks? Never. They reveal only what serves them. They keep their cards close to their chest. They understand a crucial truth. Predictability is the enemy of power. When people can predict how you'll react to criticism, they manipulate you. When they know what makes you feel flattered, they control your decisions. When they see your triggers, they push them until you show restraint. Machiavelli once said, "The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him." But here's the modern takeaway. You can judge someone's real power by what they keep hidden. Smart people treat information like gold. Weak people give it away freely and then wonder why they're used, discarded, and forgotten. Every time you overshare, you lose leverage. Every time you overreact, you lose respect. Every time you over-explain, you lose authority. The goal isn't to be mysterious for the sake of it. It's strategic. You decide what to reveal, when, and to whom. Information is currency. Every detail you give away is power you hand to someone else. Every emotion you broadcast is a weapon someone can turn against you. Being unreadable isn't dishonesty, it's intelligence. It's mastery. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am unreadable, unpredictable, and unstoppable. Number 3. The silent observer's secret weapon. Here's a truth that will completely change the way you interact with people. The person asking questions controls the conversation, not the one giving answers. Most people believe that talking more equals contributing more. They think staying quiet makes them invisible or useless. They panic in silence and rush to fill it with words, often unnecessary words. That's their biggest mistake and your biggest advantage. While everyone else is talking, you're observing. While they reveal strategies, you're spotting weaknesses. While they perform for attention, you're gathering intelligence that nobody else notices. Silent observation gives you superpowers that chatterboxes will never have. You start to pick up subtleties others completely miss. You notice which topics make people uncomfortable, what words trigger strong reactions, hidden insecurities, and unspoken agendas. Here's the best part. Most people freely hand this information to you because they're too busy talking to realize what they're giving away. This doesn't mean you're antisocial or disengaged. You're fully present. You're just deliberate. You ask smart, purposeful questions that reveal more than anyone intends. You make observations that show you're listening closely. You contribute at exactly the right moment, so your impact is maximized. You don't volunteer unnecessary personal information, fill every awkward silence with chatter, react impulsively, or feel the need to have an opinion about everything. Machiavelli said, "Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose, it is far safer to be feared than loved." Here's the real takeaway. When people can't read you, they don't know whether to love, fear, or respect you, so they do all three. Every conversation becomes a game you are winning because you're the only one playing strategically. People begin to seek your insight. They trust your judgment. They value your perspective because you don't give it away carelessly. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I speak with purpose, listen with power, and observe with advantage. Number 4. The scarcity power move. Here's a psychological truth almost everyone ignores. Scarcity creates value. Availability destroys it. If you're constantly available, saying yes to every request, responding immediately to every message, and showing up everywhere, you become background noise. People stop valuing your attention. They take it for granted. But when you become selectively available, something remarkable happens. Your presence becomes significant, your attention becomes precious, your time becomes valuable. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding basic human nature. People naturally treasure what's rare and overlook what's abundant. Think about it. Gold isn't valuable because it's everywhere. It's rare. Diamonds aren't precious because anyone can have them. They're scarce. Masterpieces aren't priceless because you see them every day. They're unique. Your presence and attention should work the same way. When you make yourself strategically scarce, people start working for your time instead of expecting it as a right. Your engagement becomes an event, not a given. Your words carry weight because they're not wasted on trivial things. Machiavelli said, "Men judge more by what they see than what they touch. For everyone can see, but few can truly feel." Translation: most people gauge your value by how accessible you are. Make yourself too easy to reach, and they'll assume you're not valuable. Here's how to apply this. Don't answer every call or message immediately. Respond when it fits your priorities. Don't say yes to every invitation. Choose the moments that matter. Don't drop everything for anyone's demand. Offer your time when it has meaning. This forces people to earn your attention through respect instead of expecting it through entitlement. Your scarcity becomes your strength. Your selectivity becomes your power. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My time is precious. My presence is powerful. Number 5. Strategic presence mastery. Most people misunderstand what it means to be present. They think showing up everywhere, joining every conversation, and having an opinion on everything makes them influential. It doesn't. True strategic presence isn't about being everywhere. It's about being somewhere that matters, at exactly the right moment, with perfect timing. When you master this, you don't just attend events, you become the event people remember. Here's the difference. Random presence makes you forgettable. Strategic presence makes you unforgettable. Instead of trying to speak in every discussion, you choose the conversations that count. Instead of attending every gathering, you appear where your presence has maximum impact. Instead of speaking whenever you feel like it, you speak when your words hit hardest. This requires discipline most people lack. It means saying no to good opportunities so you can dominate the great ones. It means missing some moments so the ones you do engage in are legendary. Machiavelli said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must be both a fox to spot traps and a lion to intimidate wolves." Strategic presence is exactly that, knowing when to observe quietly and when to step in and take control. The power lies in reading situations perfectly and acting with precision. When you enter strategically, the energy in the room shifts. When you speak strategically, your words echo long after you're done. When you act strategically, results follow. Meanwhile, people who are everywhere constantly blend into the scenery. Those who speak endlessly dilute their message. Those who react to everything lose authority. A key part of strategic presence is also knowing when to leave. The person who exits at the right time often leaves the strongest impression. You want people wishing you had stayed longer, never questioning when you'll leave. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose my moments. I control my presence. Number 6. Emotional control mastery. Here's where most people lose the game without even realizing it. They let others' actions dictate their emotions, and their emotions dictate their responses. Every day, people try to manipulate you. They flatter you to lower your guard. They criticize to make you defensive. They pressure you to act hastily. They create urgency to cloud your judgment. If you react emotionally to these tactics, they win. You lose. Emotional mastery isn't about becoming numb. It's about feeling fully, but responding only when it benefits your goals. When someone insults you, you can feel the anger, but don't show it unless it gives you an advantage. When someone praises you, enjoy it, but don't let it control your decisions. When someone pressures you, recognize the urgency, but don't let it force a poor choice. Your emotions are information, not instructions. Most people confuse being authentic with being reactive. They think expressing every feeling immediately makes them honest. It doesn't. It makes them predictable, weak, and easy to manipulate. Machiavelli said, "Whoever wishes to foresee the future must consult the past." For human events always follow patterns. Emotional people get controlled. Controlled people stay powerless. Here's how it plays out in real life. Someone tries to provoke you into saying something they can use against you. Instead of reacting, you pause, think, and respond strategically, or don't respond at all. Someone creates fake urgency to push a bad decision. You take your time and act wisely. Someone uses guilt or fear to manipulate you. You recognize the tactic and act in your true interest. This doesn't make you cold, it makes you powerful. When chaos erupts and you remain calm, people look to you for leadership. When others panic and you stay rational, people trust your judgment. When emotions run high and you maintain control, people see you as the solution. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I control my emotions, respond with strategy, and lead with calm authority. Number 7. The power of strategic silence. Silence is one of the most powerful tools most people never use, and many are terrified of it. They think staying quiet means they're not contributing. They fear awkward pauses and rush to fill them with meaningless chatter. They believe if they're not talking, they're invisible. All wrong. Strategic silence is far more powerful than anything you could say. It creates space for others to reveal themselves. It builds tension that makes your words hit harder. It signals confidence in a way constant talking never can. But there's a difference between random, quiet, and strategic silence. Random quiet makes you seem uncomfortable or shy. Strategic silence makes you seem in control, deliberate, and powerful. When should you use it? After making an important point, pause. Let it sink instead of explaining or justifying. When someone asks a loaded question designed to trap you, pause. Consider your options, then answer on your terms. In heated discussions, while others compete to speak, your silence makes you the center of attention. When pressured for an immediate decision, silence buys time and reveals hidden intentions. Machiavelli said, "Never was anything great achieved without danger." Strategic silence is dangerous for others, not you. It gives you an unexpected advantage, but most people lack the courage to use it. Here's the best part. Most people hate silence so much, they fill it with information they never intended to share. They reveal weaknesses, strategies, or positions, all for the sake of avoiding a few quiet seconds. This is gold for you. While they talk, you learn. While they reveal, you calculate. While they fidget, you grow stronger. Silence also forces people to work harder for your attention. When they know you won't react to everything, they put more thought into what they say. Your words become events, not background noise. When you finally speak after strategic silence, people lean in. They listen. They remember. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence speaks volumes. My words carry weight, and my presence commands respect. Number 8. Never reveal everything you can do. Here's a common mistake that destroys more opportunities than people realize. They reveal all their capabilities immediately. They believe showing everything they can do builds instant credibility. They think proving their full potential demonstrates their value. They assume transparency equals trustworthiness. It doesn't, it kills your power. When you show everything up front, you eliminate mystery, destroy intrigue, and hand others the tools to counter your advantages. You become predictable, and predictability equals controllability. Smart people reveal their skills strategically, holding back enough to maintain an edge. They understand that mystery preserves power, while complete transparency destroys it. This applies to everything: your skills, your knowledge, your resources, your connections. Never reveal your full hand in a first encounter. Never demonstrate your entire skill set unless the situation demands it. Never overshare knowledge just to impress someone. Give just enough to spark interest, but not enough for others to feel they fully understand your potential. Machiavelli said, "He who neglects what is done for what ought to be done sooner affects his ruin than his preservation." Most people think being completely open shows honesty, but it destroys strategic advantage. Keeping capabilities hidden does several things: surprises those who underestimate you, provides flexibility to adapt to new information, prevents others from developing counters to your strengths, maintains ongoing curiosity and engagement. This isn't deception, it's strategic selectivity. Answer questions honestly, but don't volunteer information no one asked for. Demonstrate competence, but hold back your full arsenal until necessary. This works everywhere. People can't copy what they don't know about. People can't take you for granted while still discovering your potential. You can't be manipulated with information you haven't revealed. Your hidden capabilities become secret weapons. Your unrevealed knowledge becomes a strategic advantage. Your concealed resources become insurance. People respect what they see. They're fascinated by what they can't see. Fascination generates influence. Influence generates power. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I reveal strategically, hold my power, and maintain the advantage. Number 9. Creating uncertainty that works for you. Here's a psychological principle that gives you massive leverage. People make mistakes when they're uncertain, and the most powerful create uncertainty for others while staying completely certain themselves. When people can't predict your next move, they second-guess their own strategies. When they don't know your intentions, they act cautiously. When they can't tell where they stand with you, they start working harder to earn your approval. This isn't about being difficult or mean. It's about understanding a simple truth. Certainty breeds complacency. Uncertainty keeps people sharp, engaged, and attentive. Think about situations where one person is completely predictable. The other person stops trying because they know exactly what to expect. There's no challenge, no intrigue, no reason to invest effort. Now imagine the opposite: strategic unpredictability. When people don't know exactly how you'll respond, they remain alert, curious, engaged. They can't coast because they never know what's coming next. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." Here's the deeper truth. It's even more powerful to be unpredictable than to be feared or loved. Unpredictable people are respected. How do you create productive uncertainty? Sometimes respond quickly, sometimes take your time. But never be random, always strategic. Quick responses when speed benefits you. Delayed responses when patience gives you leverage. Adjust your emotional tone, sometimes warm, sometimes cooler, keeping others engaged and attentive. Don't always be available as expected. Your priorities come first, reinforcing your value. Vary decision timelines. Decide swiftly when needed. Take time when it gives advantage. The key: uncertainty should generate curiosity, not stress. It's about engagement, intrigue, and respect, not anxiety. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am predictable in my values, unpredictable in my methods. Number 10. Becoming the hidden force. Now comes the real work. Becoming someone who operates with invisible dominance, not just understanding it. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about upgrading your strategy. You're not becoming someone else. You're becoming the most powerful version of yourself. Start by eliminating 3 habits that quietly sabotage your influence. The need for constant validation. Stop seeking approval from everyone in every situation. Your worth isn't tied to others' opinions, and chasing it makes you weak and predictable. The urge to over-explain. When you make a decision, you don't owe anyone a detailed justification. When you set a boundary, no apology is needed. When you say no, no is enough. Emotional reacting. Feel your emotions. Process them privately, then respond strategically. Your first impulse is rarely your best move. Machiavelli said, "The best fortress a prince can have is the affection of the people." But your true fortress is self-control, because people can't manipulate what they can't predict. Next, build these powerful new habits. Pause before responding. Take time to think strategically rather than reacting emotionally. Your words will carry more weight. Ask questions instead of just making statements. Questions give you information while controlling the conversation. Statements reveal your position. Be selectively available. Your time should be earned through respect, not expected by convenience. Speak with precision. Eliminate filler words, unnecessary explanations, and attention-seeking statements. Make every word purposeful. The goal: influence situations without anyone realizing how much control you have. You want to be the person others turn to for guidance without asking for it. The one whose opinion carries weight without arguing for it. The one whose presence shifts the energy without announcing yourself. This is invisible dominance in action. Maximum influence with minimal effort. Maximum respect with minimal drama. Maximum power with minimal resistance. Remember, real power works in the shadows. Fake power performs in spotlights. While everyone else fights for attention, you build true influence. While others demand respect, you earn it strategically. While they try to control people through force, you control situations through invisible dominance. This is not a trait you're born with. It's a skill you develop. It's not personality, it's strategy. And like any skill, it strengthens with practice. Every day gives you opportunities to apply invisible dominance. Every conversation is a chance to listen more and reveal less. Every decision is a chance to act strategically instead of emotionally. Every interaction is a chance to show the power of being unreadable. Start today. Start with your next conversation. Focus on understanding instead of impressing. Use silence strategically instead of filling it. Control your energy instead of reacting to theirs. Most people will never learn this, too busy chasing attention to realize the strongest people operate from the shadows. Too distracted trying to be heard to understand that real influence comes from strategic listening. But you're different now. You know that mystery is strength, silence is power, and invisible dominance is the ultimate advantage. The world is full of people demanding attention and respect. Be the one who earns both without asking. Be the hidden force that shapes reality. If this video changed how you think about power and influence, hit like, share it with someone who needs this, and subscribe for more strategies that give you real-life advantage. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I am the hidden force that shapes my reality through invisible dominance and strategic action. Now, I am unstoppable.